Alright guys, let's start with build the wall.
Oh yeah, I agree, build it.
Well, actually, executive video. We built the wall. Completes first half mile of the US border wall in 4 days from private donations. So, for months in liberal media mocked We Build the Wall, founders and organiser Brian Keffler and his plan to use private donors to help build the much needed security wall between the US and Mexico. Brian raised over $20 million in private donations from over 260,000 individuals to build a border wall on the US southern Mexico border. In January, Brian announced the We Build the Wall leadership board that includes Eric Prince, Chris Kobush, Angel Mary Ann Mendez, Sheriff David Clark, and former Representative Tom Terrain, and others. I'm probably getting some of those names wrong, so forgive me. But at the end of the day, over the weekend, they've actually put out a video. You can donate to help this incredible organisation here. Obviously, we'll put a link in the chat for that, if you guys do want to help. But this Memorial Day, the We Build the Wall organisation built their first half of the mile of the border wall near El Pasto, and we have video, and we're going to play that for you. It goes for about a minute. Like the music, like the idea. Trips is in chat. Seriously, they built part of the wall with donations. I thought that was virtual signaling in a good way, raising the money. No, they actually built it. So, yeah, interesting. Was this also part of the Kickstarter that went through, and they were talking about building the wall with the Kickstarter? Is that part of the money they raised $5 million from that as well, wasn't it? I think.
Just wondering, how did they get approval to build it? Like, did the councils allow it or something?
Well, I think Trump has actually said that if they raised the money, they could build it. So what they've probably done is they've probably gone through and said to Trump, we got $20 million, we want to help start building the wall. And Trump basically said, okay, well, if you want to build it in this area, this is the part that needs to be built. They probably even got some of Trump's team down there and said, yep, build the wall along here.
Oh, yeah, because Trump was already approving the areas to build. He probably just went, all right, just do it by contractor, I guess. That's interesting. It actually happened.
Yeah, they actually built it.
So cool. A lot of Kickstarters tend not to be real, but this is amazing. This one was real.
Yeah. So the section of the wall we built focused on a close a half a mile gap that existed for years between the end of the El Paso, Texas border and the Mount Crisky Ray. The gap across the Mexican Gulf of Juicy, currently the El Paso sector of the second busiest sector in the terms of the family apprehensions this financial year. Those categories now make up the majority of the Border Patrol apprehensions. So there was literally a gap in the wall that had been there for a while that they closed. There is another video here, which goes for 2 minutes 48. We'll play that for you guys.
Here we are, morning of day 2 on project number 1 of We Build the Wall, Sunland Park, New Mexico. Yesterday, we completed the first section. This was done relatively late at night. They started putting the pieces in place at 5 p.m. Concrete came in at about 8 or 9 p.m. and then it hardened within 2 hours. Now we're morning of day 2. If you look here, you've got the rigs of Fisher Industries coming in. They're basically modified giant track hose, and they've got this patented holder bringing each section of wall up. Each section is 5 8-foot panels, so that's 40 foot per section. This pour, this we call it a pour because you put them all in place. The rigs hold them in place. This pour, I believe, is going to involve 6 rigs, so it'll be 240 foot of wall put in, basically in one session here. So they're coming slowly up the incline here, and they're gonna put them in place right here, the next section up from where we are. And this is all a moderate grade, but of course it was too much grade for the Army Corps of Engineers to do. They said you couldn't build anywhere on this site because it's too much mountain. And that's what it used to look like. Look at the Mexican side there. There were mountains like that right here where I'm standing, but Tommy's rigs came in and made them piles of rocks. And we're using those rocks to grade things and make a much more aesthetic.
Is that a cartel path right there?
Okay, no, the cartel paths are up even higher. So our wall is going to go up 350 feet, all the way up to where the very steep gray rock is up there. The cartel paths there's 3 of them, and they're up in the sort of reddish rock and then the lower tier of the gray rock, and they're very well worn. If you weren't so high up in the mountain, your grandmother could walk on them without tripping. There's no rocks in the paths. There's so much foot traffic on those. Those are the drug smuggling paths. So they smuggle the people down here in the valley. On the very flat, they pull up in the parking lot right there where their car is coming in. That's the Mexican side. They unload their human cargo there. The people take 5 steps and they're in the United States of America. They can either hop into a car or just keep on walking. All of that comes to an end with We Build the Wall. So there you have it. Day 2 off to a great start. If all goes well, we may get 1,000 feet of wall put in today, a Saturday. We work on weekends and We Build the Wall.
So yeah, he's just talking about the wall there. Basically going through, showing what they're doing, and look, they're doing a good job. Full credit to them, doing what they did. They got the money, they built the wall. Yeah, looks like it's a pretty, like they're saying that the traffic in those hills is pretty well worn for the trafficking and stuff like that. So yeah, at the end of the day, good on them for doing it, I suppose. Money well spent, I suppose. I don't know. Thoughts, opinions? You there? Have I lost my co-host, have I? Yep, okay. But yeah, apart from that, guys, yeah, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Kind of support it, to be honest.